Hello, customer service agents. It's Sarah again, and I'm here to present the last presentation number 4 on the paternal and maternal lineages. And this is going to discuss famous people. So we're going to get started. First, famous people lineage is based on the maternal DNA, the mitochondrial DNA, and the Y DNA, the paternal haplogroups. So how we determine this for customers is how early common ancestor is depends on how common the haplogroup is for the customer, as well as the information available of famous people. So, for example, for the Y DNA, if you are R1A1A, which was formed 10,000 years ago, Tom Hanks is R1A1, formed 12,000 years ago. So you are a more specific subclad. You have additional mutations on your Y chromosome than Tom Hanks. However, mutations between the both of you are equivalent to that of a R1A1 person. So you do have a common ancestor between the two of you thousands and thousands of years ago. So the common ancestor does exist, but again, it's not like he's your brother or anything. In terms of maternal DNA, if you are A2AD1, which formed 5,000 years ago, Eva Longoria is A2, who formed 16,000 years ago. So that's even a bigger thousands and thousands of years age gap of mutations. So keep in mind when there are these haplogroups and we're saying you have a common ancestor of this person, it's because you have a common ancestor of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago based on a haplogroup. Or another way of saying this is you and this famous person share a great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma for your maternal mitochondrial DNA, or a great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa in terms of the Y chromosome. And again, these would be grandparents thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. So keep that in mind when you're trying to explain this to people, because people I think are having the misconception that they're like, them and Stephen Colbert are like cousins or something, and that's not necessarily the case. So I guess how common or how much of your DNA do you and this famous person share? Well, not much, sadly. Remember that we all share 99% of the same genetic makeup. However, there's that 1% that makes us unique, and that 1% that makes us unique is actually a lot. For example, me and my first cousin, we only share 8% of the same DNA based on genetic testing markers that we tested. My second cousin and I are 2.7. Her son and I share 1.4. We're all alive today. We're not thousands and thousands of years apart. So again, the percentage would be incredibly, incredibly low. Another example would be my maternal haplogroup. I am HV1. Mostly found, the highest frequency is found in the Middle East and North Africa. But I have no origin in the last 100 years of being from Africa or from the Middle East. I am 100% European. So again, the haplogroup shows you your migration patterns and where you come from, but the percentage between you and a famous person is more sharing a grandma or grandpa thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago versus having any actual concrete DNA that makes you the next heir to the throne of England. Again, this is another example. This was on the mtDNA presentation, and it just shows mutations and when they occur. So A2AD2 was 9,000 years ago. A2AF1 was 16,000 years ago. And if a customer is here, but the information we have for, I can't think of, if Queen Elizabeth is A2 and you're here, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of generations in between. It doesn't make you the heir to the throne. And that also being said, if this is your haplogroup A2, AF1B, but there are no famous people known to have that haplogroup, well then we're going to provide you people who are above the tree in like these haplogroups, saying they're your common ancestor. Like we would tell you, my example, I'm not sure what Queen Elizabeth's haplogroup is, but if I'm pretending Queen Elizabeth's haplogroup is A2 and the customer is here, I'll provide your common ancestor as Queen Elizabeth, but again, there are thousands of years in between these two. Therefore, the common ancestor is thousands and thousands of years. So you just share a grandparent thousands of years in the past. That all being said, though it's kind of like depressing, you're not like heir to the thrones or anything, it's still fascinating that somewhere down the line you are related in a way to a famous person based on a grandparent. And it's just a little bit more piece of yourself, of a customer, that people like to know even if it's thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. So that is it. I wanted to thank you guys for listening to me talk for this whole entire time, and hopefully this was beneficial and helps you guys a lot, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you guys so much.